Hello there, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome again to SC2VN, a visual novel about StarCraft and eSports. So, we have Axel here, who unfortunately lost his match, and well, maybe we'll cheer him somehow. We find Axel standing alone with a palm on his forehead. When he catches our footstep, Axel turns to regard us all with his typical grin. I lost. Well, his carefree attitude is unique among professional gamers. If the average pro isn't angry or depressed by loss, they are at least frustrated. Part of me wonders whether or not Axel is covering up his true feelings, but he seems genuinely fine. Bad luck, Axel. You played well. Yeah, thanks. What's the deal with your coach? He seemed really upset with you. Axel scoffs, allowing the disgust in his voice to show on his face. He's useless, especially considering that I do his job for Team League. Busted my ass preparing for tonight, picked out the builds and the snipers and everything, drilled the team for more than a week. And your coach has laid the blame for the loss at your feet. Axel nods and glances away. Spectators begin filtering out of the studio, offering us curious looks as they head outside. Looks like the studio is done for the night. It's ridiculous, and not a single person on Crush had the guts to back me up. I then switched from broad war to suffer spineless teammates and a coach with an ongoing midlife crisis. And you shouldn't have to. Axel, ditch Crush and come coach for us. 4 pairs of eyes land on Jett. All but Ray was bewildered. Axel recovers quickly before crossing his arms. You know, I have a contract. It's not up until next year. A player contract, one that bars you from playing in Star Leagues for any team but Crush. Even so, I can't break the terms. I'm required to play for them. They can take legal action against me if I don't. And you will, if they insist on it. Live, train and coach at our team house. All you have to do is show up once a week to play your matches at the studio, and Crush can't do anything. Reva pushes her glasses up against the bridge of her nose, pensive. Stan stares wide-eyed, as if a pivotal scene in a drama is playing out. As for me... We could really use you, Axel. You deserve better. If I do this and the team doesn't work out, my career is over. He says it as much to himself as he does the rest of us. It's true, and probably for everyone else as well. Axel stares at the floor for a while deep in thought. When he finally looks up, he eats with a casual shrug. Screw it, I've put off my mandatory military training for too long anyway, I'm down. Stunt lets loose an ear-shattering cheer and flings his arms into the air. Reva's glasses nearly fall off in surprise. Through 4, she manages to catch them by the frame. Hell yeah! Team Enoch #1! What a motley crew. A Cathawell ballader hero and a no-name foreigner, and now some laid-back young. You forgot the washed-up chump. Try as she might, Jett can't hide the satisfied grin showing on her face. Everything has really come together. This is it. This is what I came to Korea for. The months of endless ladder, the late night online tournaments. I'm on a team, a real team. We need to celebrate. Oh, you want to treat the team? How kind of you, Mach? Jett glances around to see if her quip earned a laugh, only to find Axel waving a finger at her. Have you already forgotten who convinced you to take the risk and form your own team? I'd say that's worth a bottle of soju or 2 or 10. But she lost the bet, so kind of out of money. Jett brings a finger to her lip, either considering which bar to take us to or how to get out of paying. Alright, enjoy the hell out of tonight. It will be the last time until we've got a championship trophy that we celebrate anything. Got that? Good choice. Hell yeah! Understood. With a nod from Jett, the 5 of us walk shoulder to shoulder in high spirits, but just as we are about to descend the stairs, Jett pauses. Wait, Axel, Do you need to go to the... Do you need to go to talk to your team or anything? That stops the rest of us in our tracks. We turn and find Axel at complete ease. I'll take care of it later. With a knowing smile, he leads us down the stairs and out onto the street. The bar that Jett had in mind was halfway across the city, though after a subway ride it doesn't take us more than 30 minutes to arrive. The trendy looking lounge is packed with 20-somethings, most of them older than even us. Stout walks ahead of us with a swagger, laughing with pride on the way over to our table that he has a fake ID and goes to bars all the time. With who? Your mom? With your mom, bitch! My mom is in the US for... her flight landed already? I can't help but laugh. Stunt is incredibly immature, even for his age, but there is something undeniably uplifting about his enthusiasm. With all of the booths full, we pick out a table close to an empty dance floor. It's cramped, with the 5 of us, but we make do. Man, I can't remember the last time I went out like this. Spent so much time of this year coped with in the Crash team house. Same. VIP's mandatory hours were brutal by Star 2 standards. No one even made good use of them. A scruffy waiter, dressed no differently than the bar's patron, stops by to take our drink orders before Stunt can return to bragging about his iron stomach. Jett shows 3 fingers for the number of soju bottles she wants. With a click of his tongue, the waiter departs with our order in hand. There's 5 of us, follow Jett. You think I can count you? You don't drink soju from the bottle. Oh, well, I've never had it before. That is not a surprise. Soju is unpopular outside of Korea. Well, I'll show you how to do it right, Mach. While waiting the server's return, I notice Axel glancing rapidly in Reva's direction. Mach, what ended up happening with Reva, and who's our friend here? I am Reva, and allow me to say that it is a great pleasure to meet you in person. Your play has been an inspiration to me? Oh, is Reva an Axel fangirl? She'd have been maybe 15 at the prime of his brute war career. Well, a shame that these punks didn't have the decency to introduce us properly. It's nice to finally meet you, Reva. No lie, your mech is the best I've seen outside of VSL. You've got to show me the timings on your double armory build at some point. You too. I think he broke her. It's okay, Reva, I've been there. Reva manages to mostly pull herself out of her fangirl shock by the time our waiter returns. When he's gone, Axel pours out a shot glass worth of soju and hands it to me. Go on, in one gulp. There isn't much liquid in the glass, so I throw it back without second thought. It takes a few seconds for my taste buds to react. This stuff is awful. It's all I can do not to reach. It's good. How does a guy learn Korean without coming across soju at least once? It's kind of impressive, actually. I learned online. Wasn't ever a part of my lessons, I guess. That is one of the most difficult ways to learn a language. How did you manage? K-pop and StarCraft. They didn't offer Korean as a language option at my high school, so I studied it in my spare time. K-pop? Disgusting! I knew you were a Korea boo scum. At least I did something useful with my dumb hobbies. Can you say the same? How is your English? Hello, I'm stunned. Protoss, I'm 1. Very bad. Use 2 names to help and said lies. Bad student and players needs to work harder. Reva asked for my approval with a look. I gave it with a nod. But what? What's she saying, Mach? Bad luck, you were almost perfect. I knew it, I'm a natural. I pour out a shot for Axel. Believed when the culture test is over, Jett's 3 bottles are soon emptied and then replaced. The soju-fueled conversations range from StarCraft and team houses to fashion and college, and whatever else in between. You 3 are so lucky. Korean guys dropped 2 of our golden years on the military. It's totally unfair. Tell him, asshole. Stunt points at Jett, me, and then Reva. Neither of them seem particularly ruffled. Axel only watches slightly drunk and highly entertained. I would gladly spend 2 years in our military to reap the benefits of your gender. Seriously, do you have any idea how uncomfortable being pressured into some brain-dead photoshop with a pink keyboard is? Smile, Agashi. Headphones don't sell themselves, you know. Why don't you lose the team jacket and pull down your shirt a bit? Oh, I want to see you with double eyelids by next time. It just like that. Literally the worst. Dear God, Jett, please, never do that again. Yeah, actually I must agree. Sponsors pay you to sit in front of camera. How terrible. Don't tell me that there aren't Avengers for girls in eSports. It's so much easier to get on the team and you get way more fans. You cannot understand without experiencing it firsthand, so you only see the good. Come on, Mach, back me up here. Sorry, my battery was telling you we are not right. It's hard for everyone, Stunt, but you have to admit that girls trying to make it in esports have to worry about things that guys don't give a second thought. Huh? Like? When I was an amateur back in Broad War, some gross KPGA pen pusher said he'd help me get my pro license if I spent the night at his place. I had just turned 17! All of our eyes shift to Jett, surprised. For Stunts, most of all, I take a moment to silently appreciate that StarCraft crew doesn't require a pro license to play in Star Leagues. Did you do it? No! What the hell is wrong with you? Jett snatches her glass off the table and snaps her arm back. When Stunt recalls and shrieks beneath the table, she returns her drink to her lips with a satisfied smirk. Is it a crime to wonder? Axel drops his fist to the table with thump, ending the argument and earning our attention. We are going to play a drinking game. Why? Why? Because we're about to condemn ourselves to lives of timing attacks, hard contains, and positional play. We've got one night to get hammered and we're going to make the most of it. You've convinced me. What do you want to play? Let's play the king game. Shut up. The king's game is for desperate teenagers. She glances over Stunt and over a smile to make her point. Nah, chopsticks. It's really simple. I say something that might describe one of us more than the others, and we point at who we think what said describe best. Okay, foreigner. It's easy. I don't know. Okay, it's like this. Which of us is most likely to hate soju? Axel takes a chopstick from the table and points it at me. As do Jett, Reva, and Stunt. And then you drink, but we won't count that one. That makes sense. Why don't you start off us with a few? Start us off with a few. Most likely to end up and eat, most likely to have the worst fans, most likely to bunk a fan, most likely to be a virgin. Goodness. No. Yes, or this or this. I can't tell such a thing. Come on. Well, I could, but no. Okay, let's go with worst fans, whatever. Who has the worst fans? It's not like anyone but us, and I even... Jett's train of thought shatters when she notices 4 chopsticks pointed in her direction. What? Definitely. Jett aims her own attack, so he merely grins in response. Be honest, when was the last time you had a meet and greet session where some fanboy didn't slobber all over you? Your brusque attitude attracts a certain type of fan, Jett. What's this supposed to mean? It means they like it when you call someone trash. Come on, you're the one that gives those blunt pre-game interviews. I simply say what's on my mind. If that happens to be how confident I am, then so what? And what does that have to do with my fans? Let's put it like this. Reva, what would you say to the crowd before a big finals match? I would like to thank my fans for cheering for me. I have worked hard to improve my condition and will send my opponent to Andromeda. I promise to show you good games. I love this. Yeah. So you get earnest supporters that love to see you do well. But Jett, your fans want you to lose almost as much as they want you to win. That's absurd. People that cheer for my losses aren't my fans. Whatever you want to call them, they are yours and yours alone. Don't pretend like you don't know what we are talking about. I have plenty of very nice and well-intentioned fans. You're just focusing on the minority of terrible ones. Oh, like the guy who brought a body pillow with your picture to an autograph session. How could I forget? Jett's expression flashes a mixture of anger and embarrassment. She looks ready to throw a punch. God damn it, Axel, I told you about that in confidence. Even if you ever bring this up again, you die. Fucking my safety, oh my goodness. No, I'm curious about this. What I will say first. In case I die, I'm better safe. Curiosity. Did you sign it? Without consciously realizing, I find myself dodging something. Jett's shot glass whizzes past my head and shatters on the wall behind me. From across the room, a few of the bar patrons laugh drunkenly at the absurdity. She reaches for another, apparently intent on making sure she gets her point across. I'm left with no choice but to raise my hands and surrender. I don't need to know! I don't need to know! She sets the glass down and looks away from the rest of us, still hot-faced from the negative attention. Oh, so we continue this, okay. But we'll continue the game in the next episode. Because it's freaking funny actually, so see you then, bye!